smells communally.
Like
Yeah, a group of women for the workers, for the real family, for important people. It's communally how they share food meals most of the times. Because everybody worked, everybody obligated to give taxations for the state. So they built all the platforms from down up first to prevent the landslide, but to make more beautiful cities like this.
llamas
Not this one.
Not this one.
Yeah.
They don't
llamas, other llamas spit is when they are very tired, laying down. If you bother them, they react spitting or kicking. This one's not, they never spit.
So did the Spanish ever get to Machu Picchu?
Never.
Never.
Because this city was preserved as a sacred and secret place from the Spaniards.
They never looked
Even
for
when
it.
the Spanish people arrived from Peru, Cusco by 1532, and they got news about the El Dorado, the rich golden city somewhere else, supposedly in the Amazon jungle, the rich Inca golden city. They never found it. Oh, Machu Picchu probably was the Inca. Yeah.
So did the last Inca king escaped from Cusco to Machu Picchu?
No, Manco Inca later, another puppet Inca king. Yeah. First cooperated with the Spanish people, and he understood the real situation of the Spanish people in Peru. And he just ran away from the Spanish from Cusco City. He was established for some years in Vilcabamba Inca ruins that's on the way to the Amazon jungle. Manco Inca, yes.
That's where he was executed?
Yeah, he was also killed by the Spanish people. Atahualpa was murdered, executed by the Spanish people.
There are so many names.
Yeah.
Sexo para
Yeah,
buscar.
he's the one who was provoked the civil war. There was a civil war between the Incas. It was channelized in Inca times, the drinking water pool, the Machu Picchu mountain. Wherever Inca people lived, they could channelize drinking water from the sky as secret spots, never from the river like this. Because they were,
L'Oreal. I'll pixel you out.
Huh?
I'll pixel you out.
That's fine. I'm having fun.
oh yeah. It was drinking water that was channelized from the sky. Split for all the citizens of Machu Picchu.
¿En la casa? Mire ese señor.
Okay.
泳いだんですか？あ、暑かったですね。
今超暑いっすよ。
Thank you. Oh wow. Okay. This is a cool place. Let me see if it's. Yeah, it is.
The nice round shape building built on the natural rock. It's where they worship the sun, and here the mother nature, the Pachamama, that's earth. All this is original that we call a living organic architecture, where the Inca astronomers observed the plate of light and shadow first to identify this different specific spots where the sun illuminates on one specific date of the year. And this is what we observe now. When the sun rises and comes through this tiny V-shaped mountain, but in the far east, so the sun immediately illuminates the interiors. It's when the Inca astronomers had marked the beginning of the new year. And when the sun comes through that V-shaped mountain pass, the sun gate is when the sun makes the most south spot, it illuminates through the other one that's facing toward the summer solstice.
So the winter and the summer.
Yes, exactly. The shortest date marked to that open window on the warmest, longest day to the other one that's facing toward the summer solstice. Or on June 21st is when the sun illuminates all the interiors of the Pachamama temple, fertilizing or fecundating the Mother Nature, the solar rays, the Pachamama ceremonial building.
So, you told us that this place usually gets like 9 months of rain.
But in winter it's clear blue sky. But even though the Inca builders, architects and engineers, astronomers just spent a long time observing the plate of light and shadow in the nature. That's why it's not easy to estimate how long it took them to build all the city.
What are those little steps?
The first little steps is a universal symbol that indicates the connection of this physical world with the spiritual celestial world, the Pachamama, because the cosmos was understood as one or two or three or four. The relationship of this physical world with the celestial spiritual world.
What did they do inside of it?
Sacrificing llamas and alpacas on that shrine to offer the blood and fill up the Mother Nature of Pachamama with the
Which
llama
one is the
alpaca.
shrine exactly?
On that shrine. They preserved the gold, silver figurines, idols, and the chapsoidal niches. All this is original that we call a living organic architecture, where they adequated very well this natural big rock to that part of the mountain, and they tried that round shaped structure, carving individually the stone blocks and fit so precise on this big boulder.
Yeah, I can see
Part
it
of the
here.
rock this was cut out, but it's part of the mountain this or this.
It's so cool.
Est-ce qu'on l'appelle comme ça? Parce qu'elle était construite dehors d'une petite caverne. Car les Incas, les cavernes représentaient du bon.
So interesting. What about this little room? Is this a little room or what? Like this one.
Yeah, to preserve more food stuff.
So some of the buildings are, the stonework is not as pretty as the temple,
No,
right?
they will carve the stone blocks all without mortar in between for the royal residences or ceremonial buildings.
And the rest was
For
just
the
like
rest
that.
of the normal dwellings is where they use mat in between. With the Inca buildings we found 13 different styles.
Go ahead.
For example, these were the original Inca steps. We know that physically Inca people were short people, they were not tall people.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought they were tall. I told him that they were
no. Because we already know when America was populated from Asia first, through Alaska. If they built those wide, big doorways, it's because they needed to demonstrate hierarchy or status. 157 men, 149 women, they were not tall people. Because our origins is from Asia, Mongolia exactly, from the Mongols.
Ay, so cool.
La percusión directa. Eso deja ojitos. Y con el país también se respira.
Men and women in Inca times treated equal. The priests and priestesses lived here. So the most important priest lived in the second story that was perfectly separated with wood or bamboo vegetation. And the most important priestess in the first story here. She was in charge to see or take care of the Pachamama temple. The Pachamama related with the woman, a woman with the Pachamama, while the high priest was in charge to preserve the sacred fire or eternal flames, filling up it with the Lama fat, Lama grace.
What can you see?
You are allowed to see inside.
Oh wow! But this place is kind of tiny. Would they just sit in there or what?
No, where they that preserved there are golden statue, symbol of the sun, because gold symbolizes the width of the sun and silver the tears of the moon.
Oh.
For the different just deities, they had little symbols, idols or figurines. If some buildings are shifting, it's because this area all is sinking down and the mountains around this place is still moving up. In 20 years, 4 centimeters higher up.
Really?
Really, because this is like Chile, Japan, California, or Los Angeles in the United States. Or if you live in Europe, it's like Italy in Europe. Because in South America, there are 2 tectonic plates, and this is the highly seismic place. That situation obligated Inca builders, architects to build all these structures with the 13 degrees of inclination inside. They are not straight walls. Just looking for stability with these structures.
What are these for?
Yeah, being inside is when they close this big wooden door, fastening the big wooden door that they use to open it, and fastening it with the llama skin ropes to these 2 stone bar holes or the strong ring set up above the slit.
Okay, so they could put a rope through there.
Llama skin made of. Any more? You're understanding, you're following, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So this was repaired or what?
Yeah, that is not the original Inca structure. But, for example, this is original Inca retaining wall. It's a retaining wall, a royal residence, mortarless structure, or the ceremonial religious building is perfect and smooth that we call poetry made in stone. Or for the normal houses or different dwellings, where they use mud in between as well.
What are those round, what are those round things?
I'm going to show you how the stone pegs were used for. For one important detail with the Inca buildings is that it's impossible to find 2 similar stone blocks.
Look how
Never
interesting,
found
mi
2
amor.
similar stone blocks.
Like real.
Forma inteligente de evitar la filtración de agua, las están haciendo axiales muy empinadas.
Yeah,
¿Qué pasaba si era muy abierto?
over there.
O en Cusco.
See how they put the ropes
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
round
They
thing?
use the llama skin rope.
Is that llama skin rope or is
No,
that
it's
any?
like the liana
Y
plant.
encima está
Okay.
el canal.
Oh, that's how they touch the ropes. They use first this kind of wooden cloth to cover on the straw vegetation and
Acá está el canal de agua.
fastening it with the llama skin ropes, obligated to retouch or renew the ropes once a year. It's completely rain-proof. Rain doesn't affect inside.
This water runs everywhere. See?
Mm-hmm.
It used to be drinkable water, but anymore.
A un cálculo más o menos de 700 centímetros a la parte de la montaña vista. ¿Y de dónde? De la fuente. Y significa Cusco es un clima seco frío. ¿Cuándo llueve Cusco? Enero, febrero, marzo, hasta abril. El dicho, ¿no? Vamos a abril. Pero en Machu Picchu te pregunto, ¿cuándo llueve? ¿O cuándo fecha? No hay una fecha. El clima se convierte impredecible desde
This important passageway was illuminated with a fire torch that was perfectly held on this stone peg. They carved this stone peg, cutting out part of the rock to hold here a fire torch. This big rock is this.
Do we know how they, what kind of tools they use to
Yeah.
carve all these rocks?
The tools like stone hammers elaborated from the iron hematite stone. The iron stone is what they use for the tools, stone hammers, or the bronze chisels as well.
That's how they could make it
Oh
so.
no,
Like
the
stone
pal is
over
so
stone.
smooth. Yeah, they use sand and water.
Sand and water.
Polishes. They were very patient workers to cut out part of the rock.
So you said they would light the fire with fat?
They llama fat.
Before I went picture here.
What about in the rainy season? The water flow increased.
You want a picture?
It could make
Or if they built these wide big doorways, it's because they needed to carry important people during the festival ceremonies, like the Inca king was carried on his own litter. That's why they built this wide big doorways, so also to indicate hierarchy of essences.
So this was a noble person's home.
Exactly for the Inca king. Here where the
And you can
Inca
tell
king
by
was
the stonework.
house for some specific days enjoying this place. Machu Picchu is a nice resort or the summer retreating place, Machu Picchu for the Inca king.
Were these windows or
No.
was it always like this?
They close trapezoidal niches or windows built on purpose to make more stable these structures. That was the first purpose of these trapezoidal niches.
And what about putting, I think, a
To
red
place
or a
in
hood?
whatever they want. Later
Place,
they
yeah,
use them as
place the
shelves,
stuff.
yeah. But Japanese scientists said that they simply try to make more stable across these trapezoidal niches. Or the next smaller room, the Inca king's private bathroom or toilet.
This is where the Inca king goes alone.
Yeah.
Over here. But it's tiny.
Yeah, because they were just
And
standing
where,
up
like,
show.
where, okay. So, that was that. Where the waste go?
Ah, it's the sewage system, but they never recovered with the restoration.
So there was a system. They had a
Sewage
system.
system
That will
underneath
go
the
where? To the river?
city. Yeah.
To the jungle?
Oh, down to the jungle, or they use the waste for the platforms to use it as
Also,
fertilizer.
they used it. Probably since the Inca was like so.
What are these things
Recognized
here?
or treated as a
This is the-
demigod, the Inca king on him was recognized as theocratic power like the pharaohs in Egypt. The only one, son of the sun and the moon. On the open courtyard to this, the patio